Hi everyone, in today's Loom, I'll be going over office closing procedure for check release and also command opportunities, how to get that file through compliance and basically completion of it. So first things, you've gone through and you've completed escrow. Congratulations, and the checks have now arrived at the office. First thing that's going to have to happen is that staff will go ahead and send you this closing email, basically saying, hey, congratulations, checks have arrived. Please make sure you're doing what you need to in order to get that file cleared in command. And then once that is clear, we're able to go ahead and release that check for you. So let's get through this. Congratulations. Attached, you're going to find a copy of the checks, commission demand, and final HUD if it was delivered to us as well. Please upload what's needed in command opportunities. And then below some of the timelines. So 24 to 48 hours for check release. And this is strictly from file clearance, not from the time the check arrives. So make sure when you do receive this email, you're not just randomly driving down to the office. Make sure you're waiting for that email, which I'll show you shortly, saying that your check is actually ready for you to pick up. Okay, 24 hours from receipt and 40 hours for recuts. So this is for recuts or for referrals and any check that arrives full price and not broken down by title. So what has to happen at that time is that the office will have to go ahead, deposit those checks, wait for the bank to clear those, and then from there we can cut the checks back for you. Please make sure that you're giving staff, title, file review, everybody involved in this enough time to actually process this. And then making sure that you're going into command opportunities yourself and looking at what's needed to get that file moving, get it cleared. Okay. So let me go ahead and kind of show you what that's going to look like. So command opportunities. So if you see this, everything's approved, everything here. If it's the buyer side, you won't have the listing one. But if everything's approved, your file is clear, you're going to get an email back. So you'll have the initial email, then you'll get a response from Sina, our file reviewer, saying file is clear, and then you'll get a final email from whoever the staff member is saying check released and placed in the mailbox or mailed, whichever the preference is. So that's how you're ready to go. But say you go in and your command, your opportunity looks something like, looks something like this. So it's been returned. So if your documents are approved, but not everything, you need to have all those required docs approved, and some of these that are required are actually not uploaded. So you need to replace these ones. You need to upload whatever's remaining, and then you'll have to submit if it's the first time or resubmit depending on what you're doing. So that's just a quick thing on that. And then once the file is cleared, just like the other one, you'll go ahead and get that final email from Sina and then that email from staff. So let me know if that doesn't make any sense to you guys. Another thing too, to help this process go a little bit faster, make sure that you're not waiting to the last minute when checks arrive to go ahead and submit all that stuff for review. Make sure you're doing it within the right timeline. So listings, within 3 days of listing, upload those files, submit for review. Under contract, within 5 days of pending. Same thing for commissions. Within 5 days of pending, please submit that commission to MCA for review. And it's important that you're actually hitting submit for review and you're not just letting it sit in there. What happens is when you hit submit, it gives the appropriate person the notification to go ahead and take a look at that. Otherwise, they don't know which file to go in and just randomly take a look at. So really important that you're doing that. Okay, so back in. Let's see. And then another thing too, please make sure that if you have any questions and it's involving the escrow checklist that you're reaching out to file review and then our broker, Rachel, as well for those kind of things. And for referrals, keep in mind that we don't always get the appropriate information when it comes to referrals, especially if you guys haven't submitted your commission for it, which is totally understandable. You guys don't always have the appropriate amount at the time. Just make sure you're giving a staff member a heads up, hey, this is supposed to be coming in, just give me a heads up when it's in, and then I'll go ahead and do the commission demand. Okay. So I think that kind of covers that. So let's go ahead and let's get into command opportunities. So this is just going to be a very brief, very quick overview of what's going to happen. There's 2 ways you can start opportunity. Each way you do have to have the contact first created. So I can either go into contacts, go under that contact card, and then do an opportunity here, create an opportunity, or I can go straight to my opportunities timeline or tag, and then do create an opportunity. And it's going to look something like this. Market Center, Modesto, team if you're on one, what type it is, listing or buyer. I'm just going to do buyer. You as the agent are always the owner for this. Client, so this is what I was saying, you have to have the contact first, otherwise you're not going to be able to find them in here. Opportunity name, so label this the best you can. If it's a listing, obviously put the listing name. If it's a buyer and you don't have the property yet, okay, that's fine. Just put what you can at the moment. You don't have to put everything. If it has a red asterisk, it is mandatory. Estimated closing date, don't have that at the moment. Budget, commission rate 2.5, what stage they're in. I'm doing active, and we're in showing, and then just great. You're just basically going through and doing that. And then you can edit the stuff as well. You can do a lost opportunity if it is, by your profile, documents. So this is what I was showing you earlier. When it comes to documents, you have to pick the type it's going to be. Is it residential? Is it commercial? Referral? Depending what it is, you need to correct or pick the correct type because it's going to link up the correct checklist. So if I'm doing referral and if it's actually residential, I'm not going to have the correct list and would upload the correct documents. So that's not going to work. So residential. And if I click under contract, you can see all those docs right there that I'm going to have to go ahead, add a file, and then when I'm ready, submit to MC. Please make sure that when you're submitting stuff, you're not doing one file at a time, that you're uploading all the required stuff at once. Otherwise, it's just going to be back and forth between you and the file review, basically rejected again over and over. So make sure you're doing that. And then you can also do start a transaction. If you hit this, it'll pull you into DocuSign if you have documents in there. Or you can do add a file here. Let's see. I don't have that hooked up right now, but it should be able to pull in DocuSign stuff as well right here. So those are the documents, and there's 2 or 3 categories depending on what you're doing. Each of those will have to be approved by file review in order for those checks to be released. It's the same thing for referrals. Offers, you have to always do an offer, and if your offer is not completed, this commission tab will remain grayed out. So you have to do this. You can do as many offers as you want, and you'll accept the final one. Okay, copy the address. Okay, and you just fill in the information as you go. The more information you add, the better. Okay. Then you can analyze, say just put whatever you want. And then when you're ready, accept. And now commissions is available for you to go through and do that. So basically the same thing, going through this one. Edit general information. Contract date. Add another agent if it's co-listing. Add co-broker payment information. Okay. So this would be for like referral information for another outside broker. And then just going through and making sure everything looks right and inputting that information. It should automatically pull, but if you have any issues, let us know. And then when it's all good to go, go ahead and add notes who the title rep is going to be, all their information, and then submit for review. Make sure you're hitting submit like everything. So it prompts the MCA to take a look at it and then either approve or reject. Make sure you're going into, if it's rejected, you need to go back and make those edits and then resubmit. Okay? And then there's a note section, and then there's timelines, so you can see exactly what's happened in this. Okay, so that's very helpful. Well, if you guys have any questions, please reach out. You know where to find me. Have a good one. Bye.